Good morning, guys. I have decided that I'm going to film today's kind of shenanigan only because I am going to go and get my hair done. I'm so excited about that. I'm going fully blonde again. We're getting rid of that regrowth. It's going to be 10 out of 10. Thank you, Charlie, for pointing that out. Yep, thank you. And then we are going to talk about how I edit my Instagram photos. Alright, we're in the showermobile. I just want to show you guys my windows. They are extremely foggy. My little car is saying that it's 3 degrees right now. I am not okay with that. It's cold. I'm freezing. And my heater is not warming up fast enough. So I'm on my way to get my hair done. I've done my makeup. I'm looking all glam. And my hair does look quite blonde as of now. I don't know why, but the camera shows a real orange tinge. It's actually not that orange. But yeah, I'm just on my way to get my hair done and I will see you guys afterwards. Yeah. So I'm a blonde. I'm having a great time. Oh, it just feels amazing. I can't stop touching my hair. I'm just like, yes. So I went to the bakery and I picked up a cheeky little pie, and I also picked up a cheeky donut because treat myself. So I'm quickly going to eat them and then I will show you guys how I edit my Instagram photos. We gotta sanitize. Oh, I just got it all over my leggings. I'm just gonna quickly chuck on some tunes while I eat my pie. People, there's so many people. I'm in a car park, surrounded by a park, okay? And there's so many people walking their dogs, and I love that so much. I'm gonna eat this donut, so. I feel so bloated. I love that. I'm gonna have a mint because that calms down bloatedness. So, you guys have wanted me, well, not all of you. Nobody asked for this except for like 2 people. So 2 people DM'd me on Instagram and were like, hey, how do you edit my Instagram photos? Ever since I had a phone, basically, I was putting filters over my photos. I wanted them to look snazzy. I wanted the sky to look a little bit, you know, greener than it's supposed to be. Not so much insecurities, but just the fact that I loved playing with the color. I loved playing with the lighting. I'm insecure in different ways, you know. I'm insecure about how big my nose is, how red my lips can be. I'm insecure about my stomach. Everyone has their insecurities and it's fine. But I didn't filter my photos for my insecurities. I mainly did it just to make it look cooler, brighter, you know, change the lighting up, that kind of thing. So in no way, shape or form did I change my photos to make me a different person. Like, I didn't make myself skinnier, I didn't make my boobs bigger, I didn't make my nose smaller, you know, like, it's all me, baby. Oh no, there's like a big ass family walking this way. Also guys, if you haven't already, you should definitely go check out my Instagram right here. Oh my god, do you guys remember the time in our lives when we used to put the white border around every single photo? You know, the one, like, you'd make your photo into a square and you'd have a whole white border around it? That was a stage in my life. If you guys don't... Oh my god, the seagulls are coming. So yeah, everyone had white borders on their photos. It was crazy. Good times. Naturally, I've been through so many themes in my life. I've been through the black and white theme, the beachy theme, a lot of different themes basically. There's a guy looking at me. Keep walking, buddy. Where did he go? I'm actually in the stage where I'm transitioning between 2 themes. So I'm still going with the natural kind of bland theme, but I'm slowly transitioning a bit of color into my feed. So this is a great time to make this video. I'm halfway through 2 themes. Great times for me. I love that. Why do I keep peace signing? I need to just strap my hand down. We need to stop doing that. It's not good. So naturally, I have heaps of editing apps on my phone, but I only mainly use 3. And then I use a couple more if I have to like change a certain thing or hide something in the background, but I'll explain it all right now. My go-tos are Colortone and Lightroom. So Lightroom and Colortone are essentially the same things. I kind of switch between the 2 of them. They really help with editing the lighting in my photos and also the color. Yeah, I kind of just alternate between the 2 of them. There's not too much of a difference except that Colortone offers a filter to put on top of your photos, whereas Lightroom, you kind of have to create your own filter. I'll just show you quickly. So Lightroom, I've already gone through, taken some photos of myself, and I've gone through and edited a couple of them. But for example, this one, I took it the other day, just mainly play around with all the options and just see what looks good for me. So Lightroom has all these different options here. So you go into the light tab. I don't really have any set options. I kind of just play around with what looks good. And then you've got the color option, which gives you options to tamper with the temp, the tint, the vibrance, and the saturation. You've also got the mix option, which gives you all the different colors that you can play around with. So for example, the red, I'm gonna turn my lips down or brighten them up. You know, the yellow, I can turn all the way down. I can also brighten it up. I can also make it green. Alright, so we're in color tone. I'll select the same photo and then I can put a filter over the top. There's this one or there's that one. You can turn it down. I usually turn it down to about 30. You've also got the different tabs as well. So this is like your lightness and then your exposure. The temperature, sharpening, and then the different colors as well. I find that color tone doesn't do it as vibrant as Lightroom does, so it's more of a subtle change. As you can tell, the yellow isn't as harshly turned down. And then you've got like, you know, your light leaks and your little specks of dust that you can add. And then my third most used app is this app called Unum. I'm gonna call it Unum. Let's say Unum, alright? This app is so flexible with setting up your theme, setting up your feed, so you can see how photos are gonna look in your theme before you actually upload them to Instagram. I know that's so extra, but you gotta do what you gotta do. This is my theme at the moment. All my pictures here is from Instagram. If I scroll up, these 3 images I haven't actually added into my Instagram yet. You can kind of play around with them. So for example, you can drag these guys around to kind of get a feel of where it should sit, what looks a little better. It's also got a little option called grid shift. If I was to upload this blue photo of me sitting here, if I grid shift, then I can kind of see what that's going to look like on my theme. It also has a hide grids option. If I'm suddenly not liking a photo and I think, is that going to mess up my feed? This food photo, for example, like, am I loving it? It looks weird without it, so I kind of need it. It also has an option where you can see when your viewers are more active throughout the day on Instagram, so the analytics tab. I haven't actually connected it yet because I use the one on Instagram, so that's pretty groovy. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways that you can use this app and I love it so much. I can't live without it. It's amazing. Alright, and there's a couple more apps that you can see on my screen at the moment. So I use Snapseed and Facetune alternately. They basically do the same thing, but it kind of depends on which one I'm feeling for the day. So Snapseed, for example, I need to open my window again. It's so hot in here, guys. So the tools option brings up a lot of different options that you can use. Most of the ones that I use are tune image, brush, healing, and portrait. Tune image basically is the same as Lightroom and color tone. It just fixes your lighting for you. Brush is really groovy because you can change the exposure in certain areas. I freaking love that. So sometimes there might be a bit of a shadow that you don't like in your photos. You can just lighten up that bad boy. So basically I can just go through. I'm obviously doing a very sloppy job as of now, but you can kind of go through and just change it. I also use the saturation tool, and I use this for basically whitening my shoes, whitening my teeth a little bit, kind of making things look crisp. Like I could whiten this basketball thing if I wanted to. So yeah, that's mainly the reasons why I use Snapseed. It also has a healing tool, so if you don't like something in the background, you can kind of just get rid of it. Obviously do a better job. I find that tapping does no. And then if I go into Facetune, got the different options. You've got whiten, smooth, details, reshape, patch, la-di-da-da. I use Facetune to kind of patch items that need a little bit of time put into them. So for example, let's just get rid of my whole mouth. Let's just shut this girl up. Oh, this is kind of freaky. I'm not sure why I'm doing this, but voila, there goes my mouth. I don't know, it's just pretty groovy. There's a lot of flexibility with Facetune as well. So definitely recommend. I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with VSCO or VSCO. I don't care how you pronounce it, it's how I'm doing it. So VSCO is cool. It's the filter app that I've been using like my whole life and I'm in love with it. It's never let me down. So what I can do is there's so many filters. So many filters that you can play around with. There's a lot of examples on Pinterest. You know, it gives you a nice idea on what your images could look like with certain filters. So I have a favorites tab and I mainly use E3 or A6. Mostly for food I will use E3. I'll turn it down to about +2. You've got all these different options as well. You've got exposure, contrast, adjust, sharpen, la-da-da-da-da. It also has a HSL tab as well, which also lets you play around with the colors. And oh, I need another drink. That was a lot of talking. I'm going to show you how I edit a photo. So first things first, I start off with color tone. So we're going to go into this image here. So I usually pick between these two filters and I'm kind of digging this one. So I'll turn it down to about +20. I don't really touch any of the lighting settings until I get to Lightroom, so I'm going to leave all that and just go straight to the colors. I'm going to try and play with the sky to make it more of a lighter, nice blue. It's really just about playing, so you just really have to play around with all the options until you're happy. Alright, so I think that's pretty good so far. And then I'm just going to tone down the greens as well, which is also in the yellow tab. And then I'm going to tone down the reds as well. And then just with the skin color tone, I just kind of bring down the saturation a little bit and just bring down the lightness a little bit, just to kind of give me a not so obvious orange tan, but a little tanner than what I actually am. That's done. We're just going to export that. Now we're going to go into Lightroom. Alright, so we're going to go into lighting. Now lighting, you just play around with it. You make sure it looks good to your standard. You do you. So for me, I play around with the exposure, see if it looks a little bit darker or a little bit lighter. So I'm going to go with light. And then I also turn down the contrast. So most people turn up the contrast. I'm special and I turn it down. And then I go to highlights and I usually turn that down a little bit. And then same with shadows, I usually turn it down as well. And I don't really touch the last two options. And then I go into color and I just turn down the temp a little bit because I like my photos to feel a little bit more fresh instead of warm. We do that and then I turn up the vibrance a little bit and I turn down the saturation. So this is the before and this is the after. We're getting there, guys. And then I scroll up and go to mix. So the yellow option in Lightroom, it just brings it straight down, like everything's white and crisp. So I'm bringing it to about halfway to make things still white and crisp, and then I'll turn the luminance down a little bit. And then I'm going to play with the sky again because I'm not happy. The reds, I'm just going to turn those down as well. Honestly, I'm pretty happy, okay? You can use the effects tab as well. It just has texture, clarify, and dehaze, and I find sometimes that does really, really well. So this is the before, and this is the after. And then we will open up Snapseed. Alright, so Snapseed, we're just going to portrait and I'm going to click the smooth option. It just kind of smooths out my skin a little bit. And then I'm going to go to the healing tool because I have noticed that I have a little mosquito on my jeans. So I'm just going to get rid of him. Boom, and the mosquito is gone. And I'm going to go into brush and I'm just going to go to saturation and we're just going to clean my shoes a little bit. They're looking a little bit dirty. White shoes is going to get dirty and you need to accept it. It's fine. That was really rude. And then I'm just going to go up to my teeth and slightly whiten them. And then I might just go with the exposure and just do +0.3 and just rub all over the picture. So I'm literally doing the whole image and it just gives it a bit of brightness. And then I'm going to go into Unum and see if it's going to match. So it's not as good as that one, but it's pretty good, let's be real. So basically I'll play around with that for hours, try and get the lighting right, try and make everything, you know, fit in together. And I'm going to do another segment for you guys where I kind of focus more on like the facial features. So I'm going to try and take a selfie. This could take a while, so give me 2 seconds. I'm going to try and take a good selfie and then we'll kind of edit to that. Okay, I think I took a good selfie. So let me just pick one and let's just edit it, whether it's good or not. I'll just show you how I edit selfies. First things first. Snapseed is everything when it comes to selfies. So what I will do is I will go into portrait and I'll press the smooth option. So it just kind of smooths out everything. And I'm just going to go into brush and go to saturation, turn it to -5. And I'm going to be extra. Basically, I whiten my eyes. The judging needs to stop right now, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll go into the details and just go around my earring. That's all I'm going to do with Snapseed. Let's open this bad boy up in color tone and we're just going to put on a filter and then I'm going to go and turn down the red, and then I'm going to do the same with my skin color, so saturation, and then turn it down just a little bit. And there's no greens, there's no purples, there's no pinks, so I'm going to go into the blue, and obviously it's just like making my car look very blue, so I'm going to turn that down, and I'm going to turn down the background blue as well. That's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to go into Unum and then I'm just going to see if it works. Okay, I'm not mad at that. So yeah, that's how I edit selfies basically. But yeah guys, that is how I edit my Instagram photos. So if you guys haven't already, you should definitely go check out my Instagram. Go follow me to keep updated with me and my birds. So I hope you guys found this video somewhat enjoyable. I mean, I got my hair done. I'm enjoying life right now. I also got to show you guys how I edit my photos. So yay! Anyway guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you here because I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna spend time with my girls. I might put some snippets after I say goodbye so you don't miss out on the bird content that you guys love. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys, and I will see you in my next video. So ciao for now. Oh, actually, while I'm here, I just want to show you guys the galahs that we have in our backyard. You guys have been seeing them on my Instagram and you're like, oh, you get galahs in your backyard? Yes, we do, and I'm about to show you because they're so cute. Oh, here they come. Hello! Now we just gotta wait for his friends. Oh, here they come. Oh, hello! Hello, Chicken Joe. What are you doing? Love when they stick their little head up. Oh, hello.